This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Start building your website today at squarespace.com. Enter code TESD at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase.
Smodco presents Pelham Steve Dave Overkill with encounters of the 6th, 7th, and 8th kind with Brian Quinn, Walter Flanagan, and Brian Johnson. This week's episode.
Bad boy.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Overkill.
This month's.
Hello and welcome to this month's edition of Overkill.
Do you have blue nail polish on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You know, I get bored. No, Sage did it.
Yeah.
I don't have
Right after I asked, I answered
nail
my own
polish
question.
remover, so I just have to wait until it wears off. Did you? Hello, welcome to Overkill.
Something like that.
Did you know the Overkill kids are like voting and driving and of legal age to drink and shit now?
Who?
The Overkill kids. Like, remember when we first started? It was Jay Sarge's little.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant some of the listener base. So, like, remember?
No, she just had a birthday recently. She was either 14 or 16, but I just remember them being like 8 or 9 or 10.
It can't be. It wasn't 10 years ago.
Well, no, I'm just kidding about like them drinking.
Oh, okay.
No, I think one of them.
They're too old to be
14 to 16. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they still do it.
Oh, yeah?
Unless their voices changed too much, that maybe Jay Sarge is processing it. He's like, you can't lose this job.
Can't lose this gig.
Yeah. So you got spooky stuff, Q, or no?
Well, Q, I broke out. You asked for this months ago.
Yeah.
And
The books.
the books.
Sweet.
So, like, I thought, well, you know, you could.
All right. Oh,
Wow.
There are plenty of volumes of the mysteries.
Oh, there's a patch in here.
And-
Somebody threw a patch in here.
Sweet.
TSD Pilgrim?
Oh yeah, that was for you. There's a fellow who came in and he made those. And he wanted to make sure that you got that patch.
All right.
And luckily, I put it in that volume
Yeah.
there, so I would have
Man,
for
put a
safe
pilgrim hat on.
safekeeping.
Thanks, buddy.
But there's a whole bunch of volumes, and so you could. I
Sweet.
figure
Oh, I'll never be caught with my pants down on Overkill again.
you weren't on the last one, were you?
I don't think so, no.
No, Sunday Jeff was. He should have had these volumes.
Yeah, he was less prepared than you.
I did have some I want to talk about, but it's not going to carry the show.
Is it more Hillary Clinton stuff? Because people loved it.
Did they? Did they? Oh, you're joking. People don't
can't
like
get
that
enough.
I'm supporting Hillary Clinton?
Certain people don't. Certain people think it's bullshit.
What?
What? We lost a listener.
Because of
Another
me
one?
supporting
Yes.
Hillary Clinton?
How many listeners can you lose? And I know you guys were very dismissive
Right.
and not very affected by the loss of a listener. How many listeners would it take for you guys to be like, okay, maybe we gotta rethink, or I'm not saying it I'm not asking you
Sure.
what's the tipping point where people are like, maybe I should stop talking about this.
You want an honest
Stop
answer?
talking
An
about
honest
what,
answer.
though? Any topic?
Political stuff.
Well, I don't want to talk about political stuff.
Oh, just political shit?
I'm ready to abandon it now.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's the number that could raise an eyebrow?
Just political stuff or anything?
A percentage wise.
Like,
because
yeah. Well, how many emails would it take in 1 week if we're like, you know what, I too am in agreement with this other aunt. I'm leaving as well. How many emails would it
I
take?
can't even imagine the topic that I would be talking about where there's a mass exodus. Like, it would have to be so bad.
It would have been last
I'm
week.
off my rocker. Well, if it's last week, then it would have to be 100%. Because I'd be like, fuck you. We're going to talk what we want to talk about, right?
I mean, that's the thing. You got to talk about what you want to talk about.
So there's no number you could put on where you'd be like, you wouldn't. So you're saying
I'd be like, holy shit. But it wouldn't stop me from what I was talking about.
So if 100% of listeners, like you would be talking into a vacuum,
I mean, is he racist like Hitler shit?
That's
Like,
what I mean. I would have to be so over the top crazy about some topic.
Some ants have said you are.
About what?
you're Hitler?
I guess they're they don't like the direction. Some, not all, obviously not. But I'm just curious, what number would it be to?
But if you don't like,
Who's saying this? Yo, who's saying this shit? What? No, sir. Who's saying this?
but you know what? Like, then don't listen.
That's what I wanted
Don't
to say
listen.
to this guy. He's
And
like,
don't write notes. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a
tweeted,
shit.
I'm
Stop.
so mad.
Emails. Not
It was a tweet. I'm so mad. The political talk got me so mad that I gotta not listen anymore. And I'm like, what kind of fucking pussy are you? Where like, don't listen. I listened to Stern for years. There was tons of shit that I disagreed with. Not once did I think of contacting him and saying I'm not listening. Not once did I think of not listening just because I disagreed with something.
Okay, no,
It's
I
absurd.
was just throwing it out there. I just wanted to get it on the record, like, because I didn't think there was a number. But you say that now.
I mean,
if I were to,
100% of people left, it would be cause for alarm. I guess.
It would have to be so bad.
I don't even agree. You know how like there's that argument where it's just like it's a free podcast, so you should just enjoy it. I've never really even agreed with that. Like I don't even think you need to be free. It's just like it's a podcast. Either fucking listen to it and enjoy it, or don't.
Yeah.
Like it means it.
Yeah, regardless of
it means nothing in the long run. Not even to me, as in like I don't give a shit. This is like in the long run, it just means nothing. Like if we stop doing Tell 'em Steve Dave tomorrow, in the long run, it would mean nothing. Nothing means anything.
Right.
Some people would disagree. I've got wonderful emails of people saying that they don't ever want it to stop. And I
don't ever want it to stop.
And I also have emails of people who are like, I have to stop now because it's come to a point where I cannot listen to it without being upset by the things that are being said.
Did they provide any examples?
Yeah, it's like what are they taking so seriously?
The dismissing of I guess a couple weeks ago, the dismissing of Hillary as a
Jesus.
Well, I agreed. I happen to agree with that. I am supporting Hillary Clinton in the presidential election.
There's other people who want to leave now because we didn't come back at you hard enough.
For me?
Yeah, we didn't come back at you and provide reasons to why she shouldn't be the president. People were mad that we just let you go on and on saying those things.
All I said is that I support her.
No fight back. Yeah, and I should have been like, well, then tell me this. Explain this. How can she lead our country?
Easily.
When she fabricated a lie about Benghazi and said that there was a video that caused this uprising, and that caused American lives to be lost, when she knew damn well that there was no video, and also and nobody talks about this.
Flanagan.
Put those people who made that video that was on YouTube, they weren't on anybody's radar. But now all of a sudden they were on people's radar. So those makers of that film, anybody involved in it, they were now put on. They had bullseyes on their back.
Well, I certainly have to do more research into that particular issue.
I thought you did the research already.
My first answer would be like,
people hate. We're talking about fucking politics again.
I mean, name the politician that doesn't have blood on their hands.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Go back at you, like extolling the virtues of Trump?
No.
Or just shoot him down as to why Hillary shouldn't be president.
Just bring up. I guess people want a little bit. You got to go both or none.
I'm okay with doing none.
I'm going to go with none.
I'm okay with doing none. I'm excited to do none. I was just saying, we talked about it. I felt some things were said on this show that addressed Hillary in a light that I didn't like as a Hillary Clinton for president supporter.
What was the research that you even did?
What?
What was the research that you even did that caused this to be for you to go? Because we know what factors into you picking a candidate. In the past, it's been the most.
There's no oral sex involved.
Base thing that
hot.
You like her? I like her too. Then
she don't got a fucking sausage.
But really, what was the research you did there?
The internet's. You got your Google. You got your articles written about her.
You didn't do no research. You didn't do no
I
research.
did research. You think I'm going to back a president without doing research? Wait till you find out the reason why.
Oh, there's a real reason why. When is he going to unveil the reason?
I don't know, but it's going to come out eventually.
So there's a punchline on this one.
This is what's called the long con.
So you should have told people.
Just wait.
Those people who left are going to be able to hear the
Oh,
punchline.
fuck them.
Yeah, they don't deserve to hear it.
They don't know by now that there's a reason behind fucking everything.
When will the punchline be delivered?
I don't know. Hopefully in the next month or two. Until then, I'm just supporting Clinton all the way.
I want to hear the difference.
So I'll look into this tape you speak of, but I don't know.
This tape I speak of, you act as if it's some like secondhand information.
Oh my God, that's what makes me laugh so hard is that there's people getting upset at this shit. It's great.
All right, well, let's do all
right, I'm sorry. Let's drop the politics talk.
Enough of this heavy duty. I'm just like, who the fuck listens to this for politics anyway? I said this.
Right, they don't want to listen to it for politics. So then when they have to hear it, they're like,
But some people enjoy just like
Yes,
the ignorance. That's what I said. I was like, how boring would the show be if we knew what we were talking about?
Fuck wants to hear us.
well, that was one of the points. That was one of the points. Is like you can't always fall back on your ignorance. As
Fuck that! I've been doing it for 48 years. Who are they to tell me I can't?
Why can't he?
Because it becomes an easy out for you to say whatever you want to say.
So what?
What fucking country did this email come from? This is America, motherfuckers.
So
No
what?
matter how stupid I am, I can say whatever I want. My opinion counts as much as anyone else's.
Oh God. This is so fucking funny. There's people listening to this get upset.
I know, as if it's like 60 Minutes or like point counterpoint. Like, it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, can you imagine a dead serious 60-minute discussion on politics?
Can you imagine the shit that's said that we look at each other and roll our eyes while we say it just to get a reaction? Oh God. Clinton for president. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy!
All right, what are we talking about now?
Yeah, where do you want to start?
Let's get all right. So no more politics.
I think the only time we'll ever talk about politics again, we should promise to be after a president's elected, because you got to talk about current events. That's a big deal.
Sure.
Like if whoever wins is going to be the story of the decade, right? If Trump wins, it's absolutely insanity. I mean, the world is going to go crazy. If Hillary wins, it's historic because it's the first female president.
And then people don't give a fuck after a little while, like the first black president, because they really don't change anything, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say apathy will set in. Inevitably it will. But
I want apathy to set in. I want to watch the world burn.
well, I mean, basically,
Why? Who wrote that to you? That he can't hide behind his ignorance.
Like,
I would
exception
love
with
to,
that. Like, it's all he's got.
I honestly would love to get them to call in because I like why? Like why can't he?
I guess the person was saying that it's not you just can't say like it's a joke, and then just try to get away
Why?
On a
and
comedy
separate
podcast, you can't say that.
and separate yourself from the comment because there's got to be some truth to it, and that's how you really feel maybe deep down.
But, all right, so that
They
person,
figured me out.
like that person feels that way.
Yeah, obviously
So
that
they
person
should start a
is,
podcast
is sensitive to they're sensitive to whatever the topic was that caused them to be like, I can't listen anymore.
Right.
It's
God, how horrible it
understandable.
must have been for them.
It's understandable. I mean, They said that we've
Can't
come.
hide behind his ignorance.
Yeah.
I'm sick of him just saying what he wants and then being like, "Wow, I'm ignorant. I'm just joking. How dare he?"
I heard that from every teacher through high school. And guess what? I still graduated.
Like, we're halfway to dead. Why the fuck would I change anything now? Like, why?
Literally, like, over half my life is gone. And suddenly I'm going to be like, oh,
Because you're well.
oh my God, he didn't like it? Well, let me change up everything. How can I fucking... Do you want a patch?
That's my fucking way.
All for the type of dude that takes the time to write an angry missive about a fucking comedy podcast. Like, I'm selling out arenas, bitch.
I built that arena on ignorance.
I want to change things now. Fucking ignorance paid for that fucking Wrangler out there. You out of your mind?
Ignoramus mobile.
Oh, well, you don't show this level of ignorance on
No,
IG.
well, now I'm doing it on purpose. On IJ?
Oh, yeah, you're lovable goof.
Yeah, but is there a more?
Here you're just fucking. You're just like vulgar. Fucking. Just like that know-it-all kind of
Yeah.
like throwing out.
Not
things.
very likable.
Yeah.
I like you. Yeah, it's
Arrogant, conceited.
Yeah. Why? Because I
blowhard.
just said I own a Wrangler?
No.
Blowhard.
You don't get that at IJ. You're just lovable goof.
Well, a lot of editing goes into
Yeah.
IJ.
Well, you can't. You don't have the time to get into who you're picking for your.
I'm trying
president.
to make a brainless show. Like, I'm not trying to talk about politics on IJ. I say that shit for here. My true feelings.
they figured me out.
All right, overkill.
Yeah,
What do you got,
time.
Bri?
It's about
I know
time.
you said you had some really good topics.
Yeah.
I got a couple things. I have Illuminati stuff, or I have these hikers that went missing.
You know what I'm going to go towards.
Illuminati.
Yeah, because I want to join the Illuminati so fucking bad.
What do you
think they'll
offer?
have you?
What do I offer?
I'm not saying you don't offer anything. I'm just asking you, what do you offer to the Illuminati?
I just want it like just a tryout. I just want someone who from the Illuminati
You
to come.
want their farm team?
You control a small island for a while.
I just want to be given just a chance to at least interview. I will do whatever it takes. I will bury or advocate whatever they want me to. But I want in, or at least the
Are
opportunity.
you sure you don't
to
want to join Scientology?
Come on now. You said no more things
No more religion, no
rile
more
people.
politics.
Okay.
Come on. We got to be the opiate for the
I'm
masses.
trying. When I pose with people at the stash, I do my Illuminati symbol, trying to get attention from other people who really are in the
What's the
Illuminati.
Illuminati thing? Really?
Yeah, do you ever notice that whenever he takes pictures, he always does that?
Yeah, you have noticed
Yeah,
it.
that's what it is.
That's the Illuminati
Yeah.
symbol?
It's the triangle
eye
in
of
the eye,
triangle?
bitch.
Oh shit!
You didn't know that? That's why you'll never get an invite.
Well, you kidding me? I leave tomorrow for a 10-day tour,
Okay.
and there's a meet and greet after every single show. So I'm going to do nothing but this in every single photo.
Don't steal my fucking thing. No.
How many
Actually,
people
yeah.
have returned the gesture and coming in? He doesn't talk about it.
You don't ever talk about who's in the Illuminati. That's rule one. But if there was somebody, you'd definitely be a better prospect than me. You're much more high profile. You're much more you're more beneficial to the cause than I am.
You're so close
Despite
to like
what
Will
you say
Smith
on Tom
status.
Steve Dave. What?
They said he's so close to Will Smith status.
Oh, dude. I met, well, we'll go into this. I'll tell you later.
All right.
I met sports legends this weekend.
Legends with an S.
Legends. Got to hang out with Derek Jeter. Got to hang out with Tino Martinez.
Tino Martinez.
Tino Martinez.
Is that a girl or a boy?
That's a guy.
Tino Martinez, first baseman, right? For the Yankees?
Yeah, great guy. Also one of the nicest guys I met. But got to chill a little bit with Cal Ripken Jr. Let me tell you something. That was like, being in his presence was something.
Have you ever heard the story about Cal Ripken Jr.?
No, what is it?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell it.
Is this going to fuck up your Illuminati?
It makes,
Is Cal Ripken in the Illuminati?
But do you know that he was
Going to make Fatty
he broke-
Arbuckle story look like preschool.
I don't know if we've told it already. I can't tell you.
Fatty Arbuckle didn't do it, right?
No, it turned out he never did.
Yeah, right.
But you know that he broke the record for the Ironman streak, right? Most games played in a row.
Yeah, I made a lame joke to him about it, actually.
Do you know why it was broken? How the circumstances of how it was broken, the streak?
I think I do know, but I don't remember.
He had a celebrity. Should I say this?
Say it.
You can edit it out, right?
It's overkill,
Can I say?
bro.
Can you change my voice to altered? You know, when those people go on like a Dateline or something, and they have to go in shadows and they alter
So
their
do you
voice.
want me to cut this part out where you're asking for that?
Make me sound like I'm a bee or something, like
Right.
a buzz to everything I
Like,
say.
what does he say? What's wrong with this file? It's like,
He was best friends with a superstar actor in the 90s. And it turned out that he had a game. They were out and about doing guy stuff. I don't know if it was golfing or something. And he went back to the house to get changed. He had to go to a ball game that night. And something happened, and he had to go back to the house. When he went back to the house, he saw that superstar actor with the missus.
No.
And that's what caused him to miss that game.
Is that online?
It shouldn't be.
conspiracy theory, right? That fits into that. Kel.
I heard that story. I really shouldn't be telling that story.
Oof.
I don't think,
Yeah.
right?
The Illuminati's like,
No, just because
Jesus Christ
it's kind of
almighty.
shitty to tell that story if it's not true.
there's nothing wrong with
It's a
spreading
rumor, though.
rumors.
It's just a rumor, though.
Well, he was a super nice guy.
Well, I mean, it was a long time ago.
You should have brought that up.
No.
What were the circumstances that you were
Rubbing such shoulders.
He was banging his wife. Again? Seriously?
It was what
Fuck out of here!
it used to be movie stars. Now it's fucking cable stars. Not even network.
NBC, ABC, even CBS. True TV, Jesus. Just fuck one of the comic book men.
Oh, wow. I did, for the second year in a row, Walt, the Derek Cheetah Turn 2 Foundation charity golf tournament out in Vegas this weekend.
You play golf?
Last year I played golf. This year we were basically whole. We were basically whole like girls. Like they made the 18th hole the Impractical Jokers hole, and like we posted up there all day, and they had like prizes that they were giving away to people, and we were drinking when people came. We basically like made it a party hole. Like whoever came by, they could just golf and go through. What happens is they give you like a celebrity captain for each team, and then it's all these people who pay money to golf.
Right.
And so then we were just like on the 18th hole, you come and you can hang out and party
Just
with us.
kind of like chill out with the jokers on this hole.
It was actually we
move on.
had a lot of fun because like our hole got backed up because people weren't leaving. So it was like our hole got at one point there was this line of carts and stuff like that, and they had to tell people to go along. It was pretty cool. Like we had a good time.
So were they the biggest? Were they the biggest?
Cheater
bigwigs
was
this
big, yeah.
this invitational.
Yeah, there were some big names there. But I guess Cheetah would be the biggest.
What about just sports stars? Is this all sports?
No, some of the Brian Baumgarten, if I have his name right, from The Office, who played the big
The guy
guy.
who played Kevin.
He was Kevin, right? He was there. Some of the guys from Entourage were there. They're like all like mid-level like celebrities kind of.
How do you guys get that gig?
I think that Turn 2 is partnered with, well, one, I think we work cheap and free. So they're basically like, we'll give you a ticket to Vegas. You want to come? And we're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
But also I think that Turner is a big supporter of it. So they asked us to go. So we're like, yeah, we'll definitely go. That was cool.
Did you tell them that you were a big? Well, did you have your Yankee hat on?
Yeah. Yo, now it's cool. Like now I'm texting Tino Martinez, dude. It's fucking amazing. Like just before I came in here, I was just texting him. It's like I feel like I'm in high school, all excited and shit. It's cool. It's cool as shit, man.
Does he still play? Or
No.
No, yeah. These guys were though legends. So
Yeah. This was like, yeah.
They were the toast of the town.
And they were the ones when I had season tickets to the Yankees. This was my team.
Oh, okay.
Guys. So it's pretty exciting for me. And then to find out like they know the show and watch the show is like pretty exciting. So it was good. It was all right.
Okay.
It's one step closer to the Illuminati.
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Like I said, if there's anybody that can do it, and would you make a promise to me? If you do, please just tell me if you make it to the Illuminati.
I can't tell you on mic, but I can tell you off mic.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
I thought you were going to be like, get me in, not like, hey,
Well, I know
live vicariously through you.
I don't know if I'll make it, Walt. It's over. I mean, I think I have like 2 more years left on my contract with True.
And
After that, I just go into retirement. So,
but in those 2 years, you could come into contact with a real Illuminati and maybe get in.
running out of time. It's been 5 years and they haven't yet.
I know this sounds crazy, but I don't think you'd be a good Illuminati because I think you would be a wild card. You would not be a good candidate.
You don't think the Illuminati?
I don't think you could keep your mouth
He's
shut.
already like going to tell you just off mic.
That was my trick.
They're going to be like, we need this Flanagan guy. He's fucking running circles around him mentally.
It's like Bugs Bunny and fucking Elmer Fudd. All right, Illuminati.
Okay. So, first Bowie. Bowie dies, right? Everybody freaks out. Conspiracy. Well, David Bowie turned down a knighthood from the Queen twice, who's supposedly in the Illuminati, the Queen.
The Queen?
Yeah, Queen of England.
That makes sense.
And they're saying he was a blood sacrifice for that very reason, for the Illuminati, because he's
At what stage of his life did he decline to be? What was it, knighthood?
yeah.
Why? I mean, I understand that he was an amazing artist, but is that really all it matters? Is that all it takes is to get knighted?
Well,
Don't you got to do something a little? I mean, I understand he's a great entertainer, like a legend.
Yeah,
But would they knight people like that back in the day when there were knights who were really running around? I mean, would they knight minstrels just because they could play that little ukulele good?
I think he played more than a ukulele. I mean, I'm not an authority or anything.
I know, Space Oddity, you can't do it on a ukulele, but it's still, when you boil it down, he was an amazing musician, an amazing artist. Mm-hmm. But like knights, I thought like demanded a little bit more than just like Elton John.
Not really.
Isn't Elton John a knight?
I think so. So is Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney. So
I saw Elton John.
I think it's
Vegas.
just more of a.
So excited.
Was he at the hole that was backed up? We're going to take. I'm going to take points
hole.
for that. Those are the jokes that we can't fall back
That's
on.
noted.
Ignorance.
Your last episode, which I was offended by.
But Mick Jagger.
I love that guy.
See, you got to give props to Bowie to not becoming a knight because it is kind of like that's so un-rock and roll.
That's what he said. He challenged social
Really?
conventions outside of his music. When he turned down the knighthood, he was offered a commander of the Order of British Empire in 2000, and that's awarded to any Brit.
What year did you say these years again? I'm going to write these down.
2000 was the first one.
2000. So he was definitely like an icon at that point.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, sure.
The Queen awards that to people who have made a distinguished innovative contribution to any area of British life. He turned it down, saying, I seriously don't know what it's for. And then in 2003, he rejected a knighthood in recognition of having a major contribution to British life, which was inspirational and significant over a long period of time.
Hey, man, what's really fucking ballsy is he turns it down once and they're like, you know what, let's go back and ask him again.
And he's like, did I not tell you to shove this up your twat? I don't care about this knight shit. So
that right there is very suspicious, right? Why would they keep going after him? That's you snub
Yeah.
the royals.
You think they sat him down in like a room and like the next time you get offered this motherfucker, you're going to take it.
That's right. That's what happened to Diana. I heard that conspiracy too.
Mm-hmm.
By Diana. Oh, got killed,
man.
Yeah.
Because she was humping Dodi Fayed or whatever his name was. I hope that's not his name because if I remember that name, it shows that I should be. Is it? I should be remembering other shit.
Yeah, there's a statue of him and her in Harrods.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, because his
Vegas?
father owned that place, right?
His father owned Harrods in London. His father owned it, but sold it, and one
Tourists
of
get their pictures with it.
I don't think they're that well known in America to make a
said
statue.
Harrods, and when his father sold it, the condition was that the statue has to stay there forever. Some people say that there's something hidden in the statue.
Really?
Like what?
Like maybe a secret videotape or something?
I don't know. I've heard rumors that like somewhere there's a secret panel in the statue that's almost impossible to find. It's like a puzzle with something on the inside.
You know,
of it.
I wasn't going to bring this up,
The Enigma box.
but this is the perfect time to bring it up.
Yeah.
Perfect segue. I've given patches. Whoa! It's okay, patches to people who don't live in America. I give them one, and I give them another one with the promise that they will hide it somewhere in the world.
Nice.
Really?
Yes.
If they can maybe find that secret panel.
So there's whoa patches.
You're really showing the Illuminati what you got. I like it.
These patches are now.
We appreciate that. I mean, they appreciate that. folks. They appreciate that.
But they're out there now, and they're hidden in bathrooms, in
Just like
hotels.
him himself.
But those patches are out there floating around the world hidden. So you should be looking if you're out and about.
Whoa. Who's that? Who's that?
All right, so he turned it down twice,
Okay,
which
so
is very suspicious behavior in itself.
Right, and they think that maybe the queen had him whacked
What, like
as a blood
over?
sacrifice.
So she waited 13 years?
Yeah. She does it right away. People are going to be like, well, obviously it's
Well,
the queen.
13. 13 is a number that Illuminati always try to triangulate.
See?
13.
And the other thing, did you buy Bowie's new album,
Black Star? Yeah.
They're saying it's warning of an apocalyptic collision between Earth and a giant hidden planet. They're convinced the new release is a coded message telling Earth is heading for a cosmic crash or catastrophic near miss with the fabled Planet X.
How far away is that supposed to be?
Well, planets don't leave their orbit, do they?
I didn't think so, but it's also secret, which, I mean, can't they see shit like in other galaxies?
Who's they?
These, astronomers.
Alien astronomers or human
No,
astronomers?
just a regular astronomer, the kind that exists in real life. Yeah, we've been consulting with alien astronomers. We're like, so what the fuck do you guys think about this shit? Uh-oh. It looks like we're going to be okay, though. It says the impact was due by Christmas or March 2016 at the latest, but now the date has been pushed back, which they always do. Black Star is the Illuminati's alert to the public of the coming of Planet X.
Planet X.
If you look at the lyrics, there's a date when the Dark Star is meant to come, and August 1st, 2016 is the date.
So we wouldn't notice. Maybe it's like, maybe it's Planet X is on the exact opposite side of the sun, Walt, rotating at
it's
the
hidden.
same,
You're right,
same
Joe.
exact frequency as Earth. That's why we don't know it exists.
Well, they say it's like
It takes 93
Earth, too.
million Earth years for it to reach us.
Well, I don't know how it's going to knock out of orbit, but like I'm just saying,
You don't know. So
yeah, I don't know, or I'm not telling you. And
Yeah, maybe you're not
it's
tied to
just
the Illuminati as we thought.
it's just on the always exact opposite of the sun. That's why we can't see it. That's also the explanation for the Heroes Reborn storyline in Marvel. Remember when they all got sucked away to another planet?
Yeah.
Onslaught sent them over there. That's also the plot line for that. But maybe Marvel's linked into the Illuminati somehow.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
Everybody seems
that
to be
Earth's-
fucking Illuminati but me.
still on the other side. Everybody's in the Illuminati but me.
Bullshit. Nobody told me about August 1st.
So what do you think about this Bowie conspiracy?
Bullshit.
Bullshit?
Yeah. I think that, like you say, I mean, unless the Illuminati really bide their time and they're like, all right, well, we do have this 13 thing going on, so I don't know, like 2016, let's take care of them then.
It's a weak one. I'll give you. I will say that it's a weak one.
Pretty weak, right?
Yeah, you brought some weak shit to the show.
Well, no, wait, but don't you have? There's more, isn't there? Isn't there one about Prince too?
They're saying that the Illuminati also had Prince taken care
Did he turn down knighthood? He's not even British.
He didn't turn down knighthood, but the Illuminati in the record industry took care of him because he was a sworn enemy of the record industry.
Yeah, he was, man. He was a slave. Remember, he used to write slave on his face.
Yeah, poor slave. Is that what slaves did back in the day? Like when they were baling cotton and shit, they're like, "Hold on, master, just let me write slave on my face real fast, so everybody knows."
That is do you think it's a little insensitive for a multimillionaire rich rock star to compare himself to a slave?
No.
Yeah, no, of course not. Not if I want to be in the Illuminati.
Tell him, Steve Dave. I couldn't help but notice this week that somebody said that Prince was right to write. I'm not listening anymore.
How were you affected, Q, by Prince's death? Were you crushed?
Not crushed.
Could you go on?
It was more of one of those yardsticks that I'm going to die one day than anything.
Right?
Yeah. It was like, oh, fuck, Prince is dead.
His heyday would have been 83, 84. Well, how old were you then? Was that the
was born in 76.
soundtrack of your life?
Early childhood, for sure, yeah.
So you used to be gay?
Used to be.
Why, no, man? That dude rocked out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that guy got more pussy than everybody else on the planet put together.
He was definitely an underrated guitar player. He was a very, very good guitar player, but he was pretty femme. I mean,
it was just an act.
Was that?
Really?
I don't think that was just his. That was his
shit.
gig.
This just in. Mm-hmm. She thinks he was bisexual.
Oh, really?
Before it was in.
I'm not crazy about bisexuals, man.
You plant your fucking your email box cleared out. You're about to get some shit.
Look, come on, your flag on the fucking hetero side or
why?
No, man.
I don't like it. It's so
no labels, asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for that macro aggression and triggering everyone. I love everybody. I got to take it all. Fuck you, man. Make a choice.
Why? Well, that's like saying I'm only going to eat fucking hamburger every night.
Or hot dog.
No one just eats the same thing every day.
What are you trying to say?
What was well, I got a little hot dog between my teeth. Hold on.
I knew I should have went skinless.
All right, what's going on with the Illuminati?
So Prince, they're saying he was a blood sacrifice for the Illuminati because
another blood sacrifice.
They're all over the place.
What do they do with the blood?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? Did they drink it? Did they bathe in it?
It does, like Countess Bathory. It wouldn't appear so. He was. What stands out? He was on the verge of a glorious new chapter in his career. Prince had the upper hand over the Illuminati record industry. He had total control for the first time. Never in history had an artist had as much control as Prince. He has hundreds of millions in the bank, which I heard isn't true. Ownership of his back catalog.
How did he get the ownership back? They don't usually just be like, okay, here you go, have it back.
I don't think he ever parted with it, right?
I don't think so. Also, Walt, you would like this. He was a big believer in the chemtrail conspiracies.
What's that?
Where, there's the theories are everywhere from like they're spraying to protect the ozone because people fuck up the ozone, or they're spraying over black neighborhoods so they can make them docile, and which doesn't appear to be working.
No, what?
Yeah. Oh, you never heard that?
What are they spraying to protect the ozone, though?
I don't know. You're not like, what are they spraying to keep black people calm? And this isn't my theory. This is Dick Gregory's theory.
Wait, just black people?
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine it would work on everybody.
Yeah, well, how does
that
work?
You would think so. And I wish they would spray some over my house because I'm constantly in a
But
rage.
what can they spray to protect? I thought spraying only hurt the ozone.
Move next to an airport.
Well, no, whatever they're spraying is supposed it like lines the atmosphere so that whatever gases are going up aren't destroying the ozone as quickly. There's a whole bunch.
So he believed in
it's
it?
also like weather experiments, like trying to control the weather. That's what they think.
Yeah, I heard.
Let me
I
put
heard,
it this way: Rob Bruce believes in
I heard
chemtrails.
the USA has that technology, Q, that we can control the weather, and that's how we use it and abuse it.
Really?
Yeah, we've abused it on other countries just to fucking
Good.
Show 'em
wag
his
our
boss.
finger and be like, "Here's a little fucking mini tornado.
Well,
Shut the fuck up."
I have to agree with that.
Prince was a dangerous outsider, an elite rebel who wouldn't play their game, incorruptible by money or fame. He was 57 and in good physical and mental health. His work rate and ambitions for the future were not winding down. They're actually speeding up. And what I'm not seeing in this is that it would appear that he was a cocaine and opiate addict. So that might have something to do with it. I don't know.
Possibly.
That's what
Allegedly.
the Illuminati spread in those vicious rumors that he was.
Oh, really? Not TMZ, who had pictures of him pacing outside a pharmacy.
How? I mean, what? Why
They're
would
saying he
you
has
assume?
AIDS now. He had AIDS.
Prince?
That's the latest I'm hearing.
That's the latest rumor. You mean?
Yeah, that he had AIDS.
I mean, come on.
But people with, I mean,
Let the guy rest.
I agree.
It's quite enough that it's like, oh, he fucking killed himself with an overdose. It's like, oh, yeah, he had AIDS too.
AIDS or HIV?
No, he had HIV for years and it recently turned into AIDS. Is an unconfirmed rumor I read. I like to think it's not true.
In my Illuminati blog that I write.
But to think that there's an Illuminati record industry,
Well,
that's ridiculous.
Well, that there are members of the Illuminati in the
Oh,
industry.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily everyone in the industry is a member. I don't want to upset you. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why not the comic book industry?
all right. So those are your two Illuminati stories.
Those are the two Illuminati stories, and then I had a different one, but let's do yours first, just in case we.
I don't have one.
Oh, you didn't bring it?
I only brought my my Weekly World
the Weekly
News.
World News is awesome.
I brought this a 1994 edition of the Weekly World News. This used to be pre-internet. This is how.
This is the shit you could buy at the register when you're checking out, right? That
Yeah.
would give you like.
But this would be the kind of stuff that now gets picked up online and like goes viral.
right.
This is the kind of stuff that was happening. I don't know if this is so much overkill, but I think.
Well, that's good. We'll only talk for 25 minutes about politics first.
But this may be squashed information that has never gotten out because it's too explosive.
Incendiary?
Yes.
Wow.
An astonishing new study links IQ to lifespan.
Oh, really?
At least it did in 1992.
If you were born as dumb as a dandelion, take heart, because the stupider you are, the longer you're likely to live.
Call me Methuselah.
Oh, yeah, this is what you saying to me the other day. This motherfucker bragging constantly to everybody he sees about his IQ.
Anyone who will listen, yes.
So poor Get Him Steve Dave, we don't have much longer with him. Because that dude has
smart.
149 or something like
146, he said.
148, I thought it was, IQ. So he could drop. Doesn't matter his diet. He's too fucking
His
smart
diet's
to
not
live.
helping.
Yeah.
Why? How do they relate that correlation? Is it because dumb people are just a guess more likely to not wander outside of their comfort zone to try new things, so they find a safe, comfortable groove and they just go with it?
No,
Whereas
because he just described Walton. He's smart.
I'm not smart.
Yes, you are.
My IQ
You're
is
fucking
probably-
a lot smarter than you fucking
I've
let
been-
on. He'd be bragging if he knew his IQ. Trust me.
I don't think so. I think
like
I bluffed my way through a lot. I don't even really know how to read. I'm faking it right now.
I'm illiterate.
that magazine's upside down.
Yeah, it's like somebody dumped alphabet soup on this.
The surprise scientists eventually concluded that lunkheads live longer because they're less likely to feel the deadly pressures of modern life. They're less likely to be depressed. So that right there shows you. But I also wonder if that's like a thing that they tell people to try to make them feel better. that they're depressed. Because
I
if you also hear that, like, hey, you know what? You suffer from depression, and stupid people are
You're
depressed.
mentally ill and you're dumb.
Yeah. But this way you hear, well, you know what? Only smart people suffer from depression. You're like, well, at least I'm smart.
Right.
So I don't know. That's the way I like to think about it. Because then me.
Yeah, me too.
Because what am I to think? If I don't suffer from depression, what? I'm stupid? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, according to the Weekly World News.
So that's one of the things I found in this paper from the 90s, that if your IQ is too high, you may not be living as long as somebody who has got
if you're a lunkhead, though.
A lunkhead.
Got a lot of good years
Well,
ahead of
if
you.
you're intelligent, you probably don't want to live as long.
And the last one I want to talk about was that
That's what I've come to the conclusion.
before Q gets into his,
Yes.
there is a town with X-ray eyes.
Now you're fucking talking.
Now, X-ray eyes. Back in the day when you saw the comic books and the X-ray glasses,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm going to see some tits, but why wouldn't you see bones?
The Rite Aid glasses.
Yeah.
I tried to get them with X-ray specs too, but they don't sell them anymore.
They didn't have. Fucking goddamn it. Warby Parker has them. They sent me a special pair for the Illuminati.
Well, of course they didn't work. There was no
What's up,
such
girl?
thing.
What's up?
You're being used as a comedy prop. Look at this fucking millennial over here. Can't get out of a phone.
I know.
But-
Dear Tino Ortiz or whoever the fuck you are.
Tino Martinez.
I mean, ultimate poon hound, right?
Martinez. No. Who's the other dude everybody hates on the Yankees? Who's the most hated Yankee? I can't remember his name right now.
A-Rod.
Martin?
A-Rod. He's the one that was a total hound.
A-Rod, yeah.
Yeah, A-Rod was a dog.
Jeter was too, but he did it in such a classy on the ground way.
Yes, he was a classy piece of shit.
He was a classy poon hound.
Didn't he date Madonna or something? Was he the guy?
That was A-Rod.
That was
that was A-Rod.
They almost got married, I think, right?
All right.
So what did they say about Bat Boy back in '92?
Well, hold on. I got the X-ray. I want to ask you guys about the X-ray
He was all they
eyes.
had, right?
I
He
want
was
to.
their go-to.
I'm not even going to ask you because I think that you would. I'm almost positive that you would abuse your X-ray eyes if you had X-ray eyes.
I'd be abusing them right now, literally, if I had them.
I don't think you'd just be using it just to scope out heinies and other stuff. You would be using it to every advantage you could think of. Like
I would look right through a person to see their ATM code.
Yes,
Yeah, that kind of stuff for sure.
but I'm trying to nail Q down
Yeah.
because you got this could be this is interesting to me. Would you abuse X-ray eyes?
I don't think I would now.
That's what I'm saying. You got them right now.
Nah, I think that I would.
In all fairness, he's looking at you.
Look at that hot dog.
Look at a prince.
I think at my age, I probably wouldn't because I would feel bad for the women that I'm looking at.
Well, I don't mean like you guys are continually keep going towards.
Hillary for president.
I don't want to take away
what about other
their
advantages?
that's the word agency. I don't want to take away their agency by looking at their boobs if they didn't want to show them to me. You know?
Come on. Who doesn't
He's
want to
a
show
good
you their
dude.
boobs?
Yeah. No, I'm actually not joking. Like I think I would feel bad.
So would you?
But
Would
10
you
years
go,
ago, though, whoo,
Would you go so far as to?
I'd go to look at fucking corpse tits. What?
If you knew that you could, if there was a procedure you could do where you had to coat your eyes in lead,
Yeah.
so you couldn't.
So now
see.
we can't see it all?
No, I'll look at some tits rather than go blind.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty easy answer.
Oh, so you could have gained a lot
Well,
of
I
points
can't
right
help it. If
Well,
if
he
I'm
could
like,
wear, like, if they were able to develop...
like Cyclops.
Yeah.
now. Would you
So you
wear
can
them?
still see, but you just can't see all the titties.
I don't know. I think after a while, I think if you just exposed to all titties, after a while you wouldn't even notice them anymore. You'd just be like, all right. what am I
Now,
gonna
would
do?
you walk down the street maybe and just, like, you see a furry one, and you're like, hey, nice bush. Or like a guy with a little dick.
You can't even tell girls to smile without fucking catching shit. You think I'm gonna fucking...
Like, how does he know? Or like a guy with a tiny cock be like, hey, man, nice little...
Why are you? You're so limited in your. It's so weird. You could see everything, but you could see nothing. You're so fucking clueless.
What am I going to be like? Oh, nice medulla oblongata. Who gives a fuck? I'd be like,
But the world, you could become the greatest spy in the history of the world, and yet you're still like, well, let me see how much bush I can see. You can help our country in numerous ways, and
might
you're
be good.
still
Like I might become a doctor.
you're still 14 years old with your fucking X-ray eyes.
Maybe. Why are you looking at me when I look at him? I'm not the one saying that.
He knows I'm speaking for you, too.
You know what I might do is I might walk down the street and look at people's like lungs,
see if
and
they
if I saw tumors, I might be like, dude, you got to go to the doctor, get checked out.
The lungs are so close to the tits.
It's weird that you're only looking at 20-something hot girls for tumors.
You're all clear. You're all clear.
For guys who are in their danger stage of their lives, you're not giving them a second look.
I'm like, come on, old man, get out of the way. I'm trying to check out that girl's pussy for cancer.
Turn around, old man. Let me check out your prostate.
All right.
Wow.
I mean, the thing with the X-ray glass, though, is like, why would you assume you could just see through clothes? Like, wouldn't you be able to see through their skin? Like, wasn't that the thing you could see their skeleton and shit?
For what? For this article about the town with X-ray eyes, it was in Chernobyl. It was a product, or
That's right after Chernobyl.
and it was because they were exposed to too much radioactivity. Gorbachev tried to keep it a secret.
See, I thought all those people just died from radiation poisoning. I didn't know that they got X-ray eyes out of the deal.
Do they still publish this?
No,
it's online. You can find it's. They have an
Oh,
online
but there's
presence.
something to the magazine, man. What if we did quarterly a Tell 'em Steve Dave Overkill magazine?
Oh,
where we investigated the story.
why don't we just do a one shot? Because you fucking can never get fucking a quarterly done.
All right, you want to do one?
You can't even answer an email.
This was
email did I
this was a
answer?
week. We couldn't even do this in 3 months.
No, this would take a year probably. But they have a staff, though. We don't have a staff.
Yeah.
Well, we could take.
And it's all centered around Tell 'em Steve Dave Town
Yeah.
overkill stories.
Yeah.
Like Frank number 3 has X-ray eyes.
Yeah, he was in the Tell 'em Steve Dave nuclear plant when it melted down.
I like it, man.
He lost his hair and got X-ray.
We could do like fake ads. And
He
shit
claims
like that.
he claims Frank 5 has a big bush.
Frank Five, what's with the 70s bush? Also, you have ball cancer.
Oh, look at this, for instance. Elvis painting weeps. Art experts are baffled by a painting of Elvis Presley that weeps whenever the owner puts Heartbreak Hotel on the stereo and doesn't stop until she plays Jailhouse Rock. That is insane.
See, some of this stuff is true.
That is insane.
All right, so I mean that's a new
Project?
project.
All right. I got just the guy that could do it for us.
Yeah.
But we got Audible. Audible.com.
I love Audible, man.
I just think there's only 2 things you got to know about Audible.
Audible's great.
That they carry Fair Reread Theater and Dollar Shave, the audiobook, Small Fistful of Dollars.
Are they still? Do we still? Are those still?
It
moving?
would make me sick if they didn't have it yet.
They're in danger of being removed from the site because of such small sales.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I got the email. If your title doesn't pick up steam within the next couple of months, it is in danger of being removed for anemic sales.
Well,
I know they didn't say that because anemic is your word. There's no way they said that.
Well, I would show if I showed you the sales figures for the last 2 months. I don't think another word could come to mind than anemic.
Have we sold a single one?
Yes, we have sold this. We have sold singles.
I forgot we even have it.
It could be our fault since we haven't mentioned it in a year.
I would think it could be our fault, maybe because we haven't mentioned it, and maybe just the quality of product.
No,
you gotta,
get out of here.
You got to take it. You got to own it.
How dare we are? It's awesome.
You got to own. Well, see for yourselves, listeners, or hear for yourselves
if
at
you
Audible.
haven't bought them yet, we have 2 audiobooks. What are they? Fair Reread Theater?
Fair Reread Theater. Just type in TESD on Audible, and you'll see the 2 matches. I mean, and if you can, leave us a good review. Even if you hated it, lie. Maybe that might help Audible, and maybe take our necks off the chopping block if they get good reviews, at least.
It's so funny because there's no reason for Audible to take us off at all.
No,
It's
not at all.
We're taking up inventory space or anything.
We're taking up digital audio space.
Like a fucking megabyte.
It is fucking weird, right?
We got to clear this out. Blow the dust off this server.
Did you ever go to a dollar store and you see books that are like, that were
remaindered books?
we are close to being remaindered on the Audible site.
Is there a remainderedbooks.com?
Yeah, you just get it. It's just a free download.
You can see some good remainder books, like Stephen King stuff.
Sure, yeah.
It's just
We're in good company.
They made too many copies of our, and now they're trying to fucking put it off on us.
It's not our fault they anticipated demand.
Yeah, hot sales. It's not our fault they anticipated interest. Mild or otherwise.
We certainly never gave them that impression.
You know who did? Fucking Declan. Email on Audible and tell them that, it was going to be. They were going to print money off of it.
I guess you fucking hate money, Audible. What, are you fucking allergic to it?
It's your own pot of gold here.
The rainbow ends on your fucking website, cocksucker.
We're going to get complaints about this episode. Oh my God.
All right, audible.com.
Post endorsement and book pick. I'm enthusiastic and I approve. I've been listening to Mob Boss, audiobook about Al Diarco.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Mob guys. Turns out they're
not good
not
guys.
that friendly.
You can get a 30-day trial and a free audiobook today by signing up to www.audible.com/ I don't know which way that slash is going, but
there's only one slash now.
TESD. And I don't know if our guy is telling me personally to spell it out slowly but he's saying people keep typing in TSD and forgetting the E. Don't forget the E.
Well, those people will live forever. Fucking doy. I mean, obviously it's TESD.
God. Oh.
All right, so go to audible.com/TSD and get a free audiobook. I would use it on Fair Riri or the Dollar Shave book.
Of course you would.
And let's put it in fucking Audible's face.
Yeah.
Let's fucking show them that we could sell 10 copies this month.
Yeah, they're going to be like, it's a miracle. We were just about to purge it from our systems, and now look.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh, Potter's. What's the name of that town he's running through in the end of the fucking movie?
Oh, Potter's Bluff or
Potter's. What's this town? Where he's like, it's you. Oh, you crazy old town. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Walt, a lot of people have been asking. A lot of people. What are you guys going to do for 300? Come on. Tell us.
TESD 300?
That's it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about TSD 300.
No, not TSD. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for that too, but I don't get those messages.
Well, we need 2 contestants. If you're available on June 2nd of this year, and you can come down to the stash on June 2nd.
And you're female.
And you're
a 13%.
And you're a 13%er and you're single. You could come down because Q.
Yeah.
What we're doing for episode 300. Get this.
I think I got it already.
We're going to play the Get 'em games.
Oh, this is amazing.
But listen to this. And the winner of the Get 'em games, because you and Brian will play against each other.
Okay.
As a team representing each one of these contestants. And the winning team can either decide to not or marry Get 'em Steve Dave at the end of the episode.
Whoa!
And I'm sure the winner's gonna be like, no,
and we're gonna have a wedding
we're
gonna have a wedding at the stash at the end of the episode.
Legally binding?
A full blown wedding. We're gonna have a party like the 1, 2, 3 tournament. All the members of the Tell 'em Steve Dave alumni are gonna be here.
Get 'em. Frank 3, Troy, Frank 5.
Sunday Ming,
Jeff.
Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody who was ever on Tell 'em Steve Dave is invited.
Pussy.
Wow.
Yes, Ghost, definitely.
Yeah.
And they will.
Oh yeah, Sal's Reverend. I'll ask him.
He can definitely.
If I'm off, he's off.
Anybody who's ever been on Tell 'em Steve Dave, anybody who's ever been on, like there was a guy who I should
Frank
know.
Haight, who fucked his cousin.
So you go without saying that any females who show up have to be willing to marry.
No. This is why, Brian, I need you to handle this. Can you tell an email where people can send you contestants, people who are available on June 2nd who want to come. We only need 2, and we'll announce the 2 players at a later date, but we'll have time to figure it out.
Yes.
You handle securing us 2 players, and I'll handle everything else.
Okay.
I'm just not clear on one thing. Is the prize you marry get him, or
Also, this is it. I'm going to tell you all. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be a party atmosphere.
Let me give him the email real fast.
Yeah.
Tell him SteveDave37@gmail.com. If you're a 13%er who wants to be in on maybe the most historic episode.
It's going to be the wedding of the century. Fuck those royals. This is the wedding of the century.
Yeah.
There is going to be a statue of Gideon and his bride in front of Sears.
But all right, you got more?
I got more
details. All right, I have questions.
The winner will marry Gideon Steve Dave at the conclusion of the Gideon games.
The winner.
Well, the winner can either choose to marry him or she could decline. Then the loser has to. The loser has to. That's the part of the rules. Like the winner can be like, "I'd like to marry him," or "I'd like to make the other person marry him."
Okay.
Yeah, gee, I wonder what she's going to say.
So the loser marry gets him.
Everybody who comes to everybody who comes, you got to set up. Anybody who's ever spoken on Tom Steve Dave is invited.
Okay.
But they have to bring a wedding gift, and they have to have a toast prepared for the newlywed couple after the marriage ceremony.
And they get to keep the wedding gifts.
Yeah, the couple gets to keep the gifts.
Maxwell? Forgot
Maxwell. Yeah, anybody who's ever spoken on Tell 'em Steve Dave or Overkill.
All right.
Not Pucknuts.
Tell 'em Steve Dave will be offering a gift to the bride.
Right.
A lifetime supply of Tell 'em Steve Dave merch. Anytime we offer a new piece of merch, it's theirs for free. They are officially, from now until the end of eternity, Mrs. Gideon Steve Dave, and with that comes some certain privileges.
Yeah.
Are we getting them
sporadically released merch?
They can get the claymation.
Now that's
in
the
about
person.
2 years. Now they're laughing about it. Now they're laughing at our faces about it. Oh, I don't like that.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's more.
Oh, okay.
We'll save all your questions, because I know there's going to be a lot of them at the end of this.
The ring won't be a brown diamond, Q. Don't worry.
But,
I will buy a chocolate diamund. I'm going to chocolate diamond. I will do it. Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm going to break my own rule.
But now listen, though. That was quick.
Wedding man. Now we're making fun of it. So,
But the winner, if that winner declines to marry Gideon Steve Dave, then she forfeits all the gifts.
Right.
She forfeits the lifetime supply of Tell 'em Steve Dave new merch. She and the loser gets all of that stuff.
Oh shit!
Right?
Wow.
I have a whole bunch of Gideon-centric games that we're going to play. You against Q. We'll have a name. We'll have a hat with everybody's name in it, all the alumni.
Yeah.
And we'll draw into it, and then you will have rotating partners in these games. But it'll be you against Brian with rotating partners. So everybody who attends the party on June 2nd is going to get a chance to come up and play for what, Team Q or Team Bri.
Wow.
What else do I got? So I need some things for some listeners.
Okay.
I need a listener who will design and create a wedding dress for this, and they can email me at kmuse2@gmail if you're into this. If you're a seamstress and you can do this.
Well, you want it to be a very ant-centric, ant-themed.
Yeah, it's got to be a Tell 'em Steve Dave themed, and I'm going to assume white because we only want
virgins.
Yeah.
No sluts.
Get him, Steve Dave has. That's the only request he's made.
I want her cherry.
We're gonna play. We're gonna have a real traditional wedding in here, Q. We're gonna play "Here Comes the Bride." We're gonna march down the middle of the stash.
Gideon's got a best man and all that.
He's already picked his best man. He's not gonna reveal it yet.
Oh shit!
It's not you.
It's not gonna be me. I know it's not gonna be me.
That glimmer of hope quickly.
Brian knows who's.
Now I'm not throwing him a fucking bachelor party.
Come on, you got.
No fucking way. A best man throws a bachelor
Oh, I
party.
thought you were going to say you're not throwing in the blood diamond, and I'm like, you got to throw in the blood diamond.
Blood diamond. Some little African kid's like, I hope not. Chocolate diamond would be better, I think, in this situation.
Well, Ginnam doesn't get the chocolate diamond. She does.
Well, they can split it or hock it and split the money, whatever. It's theirs to choose. I mean, he's going along with this too, and you got to give him some credit.
Like, I'm not giving him a bachelor party if I'm not the fucking best man.
Well, he may, you know what? Based on that decision, hearing that, he may change.
All
He
right.
may calling on you to be.
It's up
best
to him.
man.
It's up to him.
If I was him, I would. Okay, so what else? I need a tuxedo.
I know one of the Zebo girls is dancing down the block at Scarlett's. We got to head down there.
Anybody who has access to, I guess, an extra large tuxedo.
I mean, extra large is kind. I mean, do you expect him to lose 80 pounds by the wedding?
Anybody who has something in the way of a tuxedo, I guess, in I
A
guess,
giant tuxedo, or I suggested like a mechanic's overalls that we just paint as a tuxedo.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But anybody who has access to a tuxedo that would fit, get him.
Does he drive or does he take the bus here every time?
No, he drives.
He drives.
Oh, so we can put cans on the back of his
Yes,
pickup
we're
truck.
gonna go.
Just married.
It's going to be.
Are we going to get them a hotel room down the road? Or we don't want to be responsible
we're not
for that?
going. We're not.
Right.
There's no. We don't care.
No
or
prima
want.
nocta. All right.
You don't want him to consummate?
No. No, that's
We
not.
don't want
for
to set
us.
up a honeymoon suite in the basement of the stash.
What else do I need? We're going to get a cake.
All right.
I think that's all I need though is a wedding. Oh, I need rings.
Well, I
Everybody
got the engagement ring down
What?
because I'll get the chocolate diamond.
You're right. Whoa, it's going to be a diamond ring.
Yeah, I'm going to get a chocolate diamond engagement ring, of course.
All right, then we don't need rings. Well,
No,
just
we
get
still
him a
need
ring?
wedding bands. I'm just talking engagement ring.
No, the ring. That'll
Yeah.
be.
Oh, wedding ring? Okay, so I'll get
Yeah,
a...
I mean, they're getting married that day. The engagement would be way short.
all right,
Well,
so...
if anybody can create, I'm hoping there's a jeweler out there
Right.
that can create a scent like a themed Tell 'em Steve Dave ring for giving.
That'll be better than the...
Like
okay.
a one of a kind.
A one of a kind Tell 'em Steve Dave ring, and if you email me if you're into that, I'll get you his ring size. I imagine it's also
cock
extra
ring
large. He's got pretty stubby fingers and.
And he also doesn't have all his fingers, so we're not sure if he has his ring finger. It might be a thumb ring.
What else do I need though?
Oh, yeah, look at
I
this.
need people like if you're an alumni and you could come, I need you to RSVP to KMEWES2. But plan for an amazing night. It's going to be it's going to be the event of the season. If you aren't there, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, and we're shooting video too.
Oh,
Shoot
nice.
Video, audio. We're going to take stills of the
These
of the
chocolate
new-
diames are fucking expensive. They may not be
the
getting this.
newlyweds.
I like to rescind the offer.
June 2nd is the date. And if, Brian, could you read that
I have
email?
to... It's not the money. I have to stand on my principles and not buy a chocolate
What do I
diamond.
gotta read?
Wait a minute. You're not getting it now?
No. I have to stand by my principles. Also, they're like $2,000.
That's why I was like, is he crazy? All right, so we need a ring for both of them.
Yeah,
then.
we need a ring for both of them.
Cheap motherfucker.
Oh,
Cheap ass bitch, man. They're like, well, this is going to be huge.
yeah.
Now, how are you going to
You
expect
can't
any?
go out of pocket $2,000.
How you expect any 13%er to step up now?
Well,
for
they
the
still have all that
t-shirts.
merch coming towards it.
I'll do some research. I'll see what I can do.
All right. Well, if you now that we know, we may need
Yeah.
We may need
the
somebody to
bride's
send in a
ring
brown
too.
diamond.
Well, the bread for the
And we don't need
exchange-
something super expensive. I'm looking for something unique. I'm looking for somebody who's into making jewelry and stuff to do something special.
Will that serve? That's chocolate diamonds.
How much is it?
That's $179.
That'll serve.
All right,
That's
perfect.
done. All right,
There you go.
we don't need the bride's
There you go.
ring.
Yeah, the bride's taken care of.
But for get 'em, we need something, and we need a tux, we need a wedding dress, and we need a ring for get 'em. We're going to have music.
All right.
We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have. No, we're not going to have a DJ. Probably don't blow out all the audio, right?
Probably, yeah. Maybe we can put music underneath.
Okay.
Under the bed.
So what's the email for the for if you're for the brides? The potential brides to
Potential
be.
brides, hopeful brides can write into tell them Steve Dave 37 at gmail.com.
Hold on. I mean, You can cut the commercial. I'm texting Sal to see if he will come on to the 300th episode and marry get him.
Well, marry get him to a girl. Make sure he knows that. Otherwise, he might say no.
Oh, wow. All right, Stacey's found even cheaper ones. Excellent. Oh, it's cubic zirconia, but that'll do. Yeah, fuck it. You're right.
So, what do you think? Well, you said you had questions. Let's hear them.
Well, my main was about the hotel room.
No. Obviously.
Are you sure you don't want him to go all supervise? To make sure, like, everything's cool.
Nope. They
bring my X-ray glasses.
That was your question?
Yeah.
No,
you answered the rest. You got to the rest.
I believe that obviously that this marriage can be as meaningful or as
most marriages,
or
is
as
there going to be a prenup? What if she gets half his fucking horse semen or something like that in a divorce?
Half his fucking old bullshit that's all over his floor at home. His Zippo collection. Oh, if she took him for some Zippo.
Oh, half his Zippos.
He'd kill himself. How fucked up would that be? Within a week, she took his Zippo and blew his head off.
Get him agreed to this?
Yeah. You want to hear some of the things that we're going to do?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm going to build the excitement for this. Episode 300 it's going to go down in history. It may be the greatest podcast ever recorded.
I agree.
Since Making Hank.
Since the one we did before.
We're going to do...
That's 5 years ago.
We peaked 5 years ago.
Each alumni will also give a special toast to the newlyweds, as well as a wedding gift that they will announce on air what their wedding gift is to the couple. Both Gideon and his bride will deliver a speech / thoughts on the night's festivities and their future together, what they think or hope or plan to be. And then the episode will culminate with the mini version of That's Gideon-tainment as Gideon performs a love song to his new bride.
Wow.
He's agreed, and he's all ready to go, and he knows the song, and it's going to be... the
most romantic event of the century.
I think we're locking down Sal Vulcano to be the...
I said, yeah?
He's
special
I don't think he believes me yet, but...
special guest star, special guest chaplain, Sal Vulcano.
Absolutely. It's looking good. It's looking good. He married Joe Gatto. I don't know if you know that. When Joe got married to his bride, Sal was the officiant. He's married about 4 or 5 of his friends by now. Sal is
this would be the most high pressure one.
Oh yeah, well, he can't fuck this one up.
So maybe that's why he's hedging. He's like, get him,
bride.
This is big time.
I would like you to give away the bride with a special speech to the crowd.
Oh sure,
and
absolutely.
I imagine you'll have to deliver also a unique good luck speech to the new
toast.
A toast to the couple.
I'd be happy to.
There's every chance I'm going to take that 13% as virtue prior to get marrying her.
All right, so if you're interested and you're going to be in the New Jersey area on June 2nd,
even if you're not, get your ass here, man.
No. Wait a minute. This is only who
for the two. Like, don't be like, oh well, I don't live in Jersey, so I can't.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I mean, if this is unique enough for you and it's something that we don't. It doesn't matter to us where you come from,
right?
This is not open only to people who live in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Sal is like, wait, for real?
This is for real. This is as real as it gets.
It doesn't get much real than this, bitch.
A lifetime supply of Tell 'em Steve Dave merch.
Come on, dude.
You know it's serious.
Sure. Think of all the patches you're going to get.
That's on the wedding gown. It has to be the patches. The whoa 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 patch.
Yes.
The
ladies and gentlemen, Sal Vulcano is in.
Nice.
Yes. Wow.
And it's
Sally.
And like I said, if you want to RSVP, if you've been on, definitely email me at kmuse2@gmail. But again, it's very limited room in the stash. So you got to get at me early, and hopefully you said more than one line on one of the shows at one point, because hopefully there's not I don't want to have to like make a cutoff list. That'd
Do you
be
think
awful.
that Windorf would play a song?
I already asked him that already. He said no. Remember?
I thought he said always ask. He might do it for get him.
He might
do it for get him.
We were like, here's what we're doing. Although I don't know. Like sometimes he's looking at us like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, I'll invite Dave. I don't think he listens, so he probably won't know about it, but I'll invite him on June 2nd. I'll email him and tell him, hey, June 2nd, we're having a big wedding at the Stash for the Tell 'em Steve Dave wedding. This is the first couple of Tell 'em Steve Dave Town, right?
Yeah.
These are like the first, like these would be like the Adam and Eve. Yeah.
Except Gidim just eats all the apples. He doesn't even need to be offered. Or he gives them to his horses.
This is going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
June 2nd.
June 2nd. Listen, people are just going to show up here. You know that, right?
Yeah, if they show up, don't show up because I'm not going to be able to let you in. You can sit outside.
Right.
Maybe you get a
throw rice at them when they come out.
Yeah, but but I like I said,
Things like cool.
Space in the Stash is going to be a
premium. It's going to be at a premium,
and it's going to be. You can listen to it. You don't need to be here and sit outside.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah,
it's not that good.
Wow, this is.
Oh,
fun.
come on! Don't start underselling it now.
You excited, Q?
I am excited. This is great.
There was a woman, Walt. You'll find this interesting. This would have been a great story for our quarterly. A woman caused a 10-car pileup after she saw Jesus in her Kit Kat candy bar. A Barstow, California woman is claiming that an accident she caused on the highway was related to an image she saw of Jesus in her Kit Kat candy bar. She was traveling south on the I-15 when she suddenly began craving sweets. It was like a feeling out of nowhere. I felt like I need some sugar. I mean, we should also say she weighs like 500 pounds. And so she unwrapped the package, took a bite, and she couldn't believe what she saw. Now, there's the Jesus picture.
Ooh,
I mean, you can't deny
Jesus. It does look like Jesus if Jesus was a wafer.
Oh, wow, it does. Yeah, that is way for Jesus.
If you were to come across, this happens a lot in the overkill world, that food will show itself as an image of like a potato chip with Jesus' image or
toast.
Yeah,
stain on the wall.
If it were to happen to you, could it affect you? Could it make you
not enough to make me
things?
stop eating that fucking Kit Kat because Kit Kats are delicious.
Yeah, and cause a 10-car pileup, which would interrupt the eating of your Kit Kat. I have to assume.
I'm not doing that.
I mean, look at the fucking cars.
Whoa.
She potentially killed people. Like she could have killed people because she's like, holy shit.
But we're getting fucking
like
angry
Jesus is supposed to come back eventually, right? I don't think he's coming back in a Kit Kat bar.
I like that that's the level of miracles that they think Jesus is up to these days. Like the motherfucker used to walk on water and like change old water into wine and heal people and stuff like that. Now he's like content to just make his face appear in Kit Kat.
Because our mind can't conceive of the things that he's really doing. So he has to show us in things we can understand.
I heard Jesus
like in candy snacks.
Yeah, but why?
He's starting low. He's eventually going to build up.
But can't you couldn't handle a burning bush?
I mean, if I saw it with my X-ray glasses and then set it on fire.
Yo, redhead.
What's up, fire crotch?
Dear Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah.
I have red hair, and I am shocked and appalled.
I'm a ginger, and guess
that
what?
You would say this and hide behind veils of ignorance. I'm stopping listening, and it's so important that I gotta let you know.
They're disappointed, Q. They're disappointed in you because they loved you at one point.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I play to the ones who aren't disappointed. The ones that love what I'm doing. The ones that are like, this fucking Q's on fire. It gets better every year. You know?
I haven't gotten any of those emails yet.
Because those guys are too busy crushing fucking puss to be writing letters, man. Those guys ain't got time to write fucking letters to a third-rate podcast about the quality of said third-rate podcast. The fuck out of here.
Hey, before you get into yours, Q, let's just do, we have a mid.
Sure, yeah. Mine's pure bullshit. So.
A mid talking point about Squarespace. Mid roll.
Ooh, is it creepy? Spooky? Does it fit the theme of
I gotta listen to ads. This podcast isn't free at all. Fucking goddamn.
Want to let you know that
it's not free. I have to listen to ads. Say what I want you to say. Sorry, God.
This episode of Tell 'em Steve Dave is brought to you by Squarespace, the simplest way for anyone to create a beautiful landing page, website, or online store. With easy-to-use tools and templates,
Come on, you're making me hard.
Squarespace helps you capture every detail of what drives you. Because if it's worth it,
God.
Because if it's worth the
Never
effort,
pass now.
it's worth sharing with the world.
Oh, definitely. Share it all.
And if you need to go to find out more about Squarespace, you can start a free trial today at squarespace.com. And when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code TESD to get 10% off your first purchase. And its sites look professionally designed regardless of skill level with no coding required. All right, Q.
Wow.
What do you got?
All right. Listen, I memorized this. I'm reading from memory. So I might not have all the facts correctly. All right.
You?
Yeah. So, let me try and get through it because I'm just trying to remember it, what I read. But halfway, have you ever heard about Herod's Harbor, Walter?
Harrods, where the statue of...
No, Herod's. The King Herod?
Oh, is that where they cut the baby in half?
That dude. Is that the guy? The wise? Was that him? King Herod?
Like, I'll cut that baby in half, and then he found out who really was the mother?
His mother was like, no, let her take her. And they were like, no, the one who loves the baby.
He was that King Herod?
I think, sure.
Okay.
Sure. But halfway through his reign, King Herod of Judea embarked on, this is just from my memory, embarked on a series of mammoth civil engineering projects, right, guys? One was a Mediterranean city raised on the ruins of a site called, I don't remember, but I think it's Stratos Tower, where these Roman technicians and legions of conscript raised a new city, between roughly, I'm just trying to recall all this, 22 and 10 BC, right, guys? Now, Herod, easy to please his Roman patron, who was Augustus Caesar, guys. Did you know that? Named it Caesarea, right? You with me so far?
It's amazing. All this from memory.
Nah, I'm just recalling what I recall. Writing of this feat a little less than a century later after its completion, there was a Jewish historian named Flavius Josephus described the technical achievement.
Sunday
That's my Latin
Jophius.
name. Flavius.
Please don't interrupt me. I'm trying to remember this.
Jophius. It was King Solomon, by the way, who cut the baby.
Okay. All right. King Solomon's Mines. Flavius Josephus described the technical achievement that seems far beyond, this is where it gets weird as I recall, Walt, the supposed abilities of ancient builders. Somehow, he related, Flavius, that Herod's civil engineers had constructed a capacious 50-acre harbor along an unstable sandy coast, Walt. Huge stone blocks.
I'm not following what's going on here.
Huge stone blocks. This is because I'm just going from memory. Huge stone blocks, about 10 feet on one side and 50 feet long on the other. 50 feet long have been dropped from boats into 100-foot deep waters to form a breakway near a mile long. Do you know how big that harbor has to be, Walt?
Yeah, it's pretty
And that
big.
harbor is disappeared and can't be found today. Some feel that aliens took the huge
Now you're
stone
talking.
blocks up to their planet for their own nefarious purposes. So that's Herod's
Why would
harbor.
aliens need our stone blocks? They're way more advanced than we are. Why do they need our blocks? Why do they need our stones?
I think what Flavius Josephus said was that they were of a very specific size that happened to meet exactly what these aliens needed.
They always want something from us. Fucking
it's-
aliens.
Aliens? Oh, my God.
They want our women. They want our fucking.
They want our cows.
They want our buttholes.
None of them are like ET, where they just want to be your friend.
No.
They always want something. There's always an ulterior motive.
Yeah, always, man. And it's not fun. There was this thing, Walt. This is the other one I brought.
Oh, you got
That's
another
it?
one?
That's all my story gets?
Well, Q, you had all that time to find something. You found the most boring fucking.
I still don't know what happened. Aliens
a
dropped some blocks
harbor
in the harbor?
is missing.
A harbor's missing, dude.
For how long? Ever since King
Nobody
Herod's
even
days?
found it. Yeah. It's never
That
been
is fucked
found.
up. I mean, now that I think about it that way.
All right, what's your other fucking thing?
Jetlov Pass Incident, Walt. This was sent in by a listener.
What is it called?
Jetlov.
Jet Love.
Jet. Like Dyatlov.
Okay.
In the northern Ural Mountains. It took the lives of 9 hikers. Okay, so there's 9 hikers going up on this mountain. And Dyatlov was like, I guess he was the leader. And he said he would send a telegram to their sports club.
Okay. So
club.
this happened in the 50s. We're talking about telegrams.
Yeah. Let me see. 59.
I was going to say because most people would send an email.
Yeah, not these guys.
I don't really have a sympathy for hikers.
No?
Oh no.
No.
Why
you
not?
go up on those fucking mountains. Mm-hmm. You're playing with your own life. Don't you know? You climb that Everest.
What do you think's going to happen?
There's a chance you can get stuck up there. Don't
how many bodies?
Don't put other people at risk. They don't choose to go up there. Now you're putting all the rescuers
of course they
at
choose
risk.
to be up there. Oh, the rescuers.
Yeah, the rescuers now got to go up and get them off their mountains.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't mention that in this article, but they say that so they go missing, the people.
Right.
The searchers eventually found the group's abandoned and badly damaged tent.
Oh, I've read this one too.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and they went mad. Like some of the things, like insane.
Well, it was cut from the inside, the tent. Most of the people were either naked or in various states of undress.
Oh, yeah, I thought they were all missing.
Well, when they eventually found them.
Oh, they did.
Some of the
find
people
them?
were found like years later. They were found separately at distances of
Maybe their clothes
300,
blew off.
400. Yeah, that happened to me when I was in front of an elementary school the other day. Nobody believed it.
But when you're up on a mountain, those winds can whip.
Oh, sure. I don't think that's what happened. I mean, that's
But
not
you're a skeleton. The score's going to fly off. All your clothes are going to fall off.
Skeletons
years
at the
later.
time. I mean, years later, but they found, well, not if they thought maybe it was an avalanche. So they were buried. So they were actually in not bad condition. But they say diaries and cameras found around the campsite made it possible to track the group's route up to the day preceding the incident. So, I just missed it. They found the first 5 bodies. The examination provided no injuries, which may have listened to their deaths, which might have led to their deaths. And it was eventually concluded they all died of hypothermia.
This piqued your interest?
It did, because it's kind of weird. Like,
So 50-foot blocks.
naked skeletons really do it
Sucked
for
up
me.
by aliens. Nobody's been able to find this harbor yet to this day.
But the tents ripped from within. The victims had died 6 to 8 hours after the last meal. But they said that when people get hypothermia, sometimes they get like disoriented and shit, and they'll start tearing their clothes off. And some dude just had shoes on.
I know who I am. I'm not wearing shoes.
Sunday Jeff.
Sunday Jophius.
Flavius Jophius. Their skin had a deep brown tan, which I would think so, right? If you're hiking around.
So what do you think happened?
I think the simplest suggestion is a fucking Yeti got him. I mean, isn't that what we're talking about here?
Abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Can I give a public service announcement?
Oh, of course.
Chocolate diamonds. Have you seen these De Beer commercials for chocolate diamonds?
I have not.
The fucking every kiss begins with K people pushing chocolate diamonds now.
No.
Oh,
I thought this was a candy.
jewelers?
No, they're brown diamonds. They're like diamonds with like a brown hue to them. Right? Like that. That's the big commercials that are coming out. I'm seeing them everywhere.
I have the brown diamonds.
They're called chocolate diamonds.
Follow up the black diamond.
Yeah. Because I know, we got a lot of romantic ants out there. Romance is always in the air when you're
passing by a free fucking commercial for fucking
No.
K
What?
jewelers.
Listen.
But this sounds gross.
No. Well, the diamonds actually look pretty good.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe it was you give your lover.
No, it's not the brown.
No. I know. I
She
wasn't.
swallows it.
No, I wasn't going to say that. So
Yeah.
you're always going right there. That's why.
You'll never be.
Stewart. I'm always
But
looking
I
at
thought it was going to be a piece of candy
No.
with a diamond in it.
No. Actual
And
diamonds.
then then
with a brown
it
hue.
literally can become a chocolate diamond or a real brown diamond when you got to get it. When
Right.
you got to fish it out later.
Right. But this is a big marketing push happening in, I've learned, especially the United States and Australia. Right?
Is diamonds are they still a big deal?
Still a girl's best friend.
They are still a big deal. You can't ask her.
But is that a scam? You think
Diamonds?
The diamond industry is that the biggest scam
It's one of the
they ever?
biggest scams to ever hit humanity ever. It's absolute bullshit, and that's what I'm doing here.
You're exposing something on
exposing
overkill.
something.
All right, you're going to take
Yeah.
the diamond industry to task.
That's it.
BQ.
So you're going to see a lot of
One
this
man
coming up.
fucking wrecking crew.
You're going to see a lot of these chocolate diamonds, and they look pretty, right? They're definitely good-looking diamonds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a chocolate diamond.
Not as sweet as a blood diamond.
Well,
but
would you want any diamond?
Sure, if anyone's going to send me diamonds, I'll take them.
would you like to? I was thinking about like if we get another season of Comic Book Men when we do the podcast, I want to wear a diamond pinky ring.
But
I'll give them the accent. I think they do look cool, chocolate diamonds. They got like a brown hue to them. They're kind of like
nobody
cool
likes
looking.
brown, though.
Well,
Not many people. Brown doesn't go with a lot, does it? When you're wearing your chocolate diamond, what else you wear with it?
what do I look like here? I'm wearing an Adidas.
Well, is it? But is a brown? But a diamond usually is
clear?
clearly for
Well, that's
the
what the
females,
commercials do. The
right?
commercials
For the
are
most
saying-
part, most
The commercials
diamonds are
I'm
purchased
seeing-
by
yeah.
females.
Well, on Italian dudes. This is it. This is what they're saying. You know the 3 C's: cut, clarity, and color. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a 4th C: chocolate. Okay, that's the marketing push. And I was watching TV. I think I was watching Better Call Saul. And I was concerned that some ants out there may fall for this. Nobody should be buying diamonds no matter what. But this is the new thing, chocolate diamonds. It's gaining popularity.
Traction.
Yeah. So I did a little research. As it turns out, chocolate diamonds for years were thrown away by these companies. 80% of diamond mines yield what they're now calling chocolate diamond. What they did was they used them for industrial work, like cutting streets and stuff like that. Finally, some marketing dude was like, we're throwing away 80% of the diamond mine yield. Why don't we just fucking call it chocolate diamond, cut them up pretty and sell them to people? And it's gaining traction in the United States. It's gaining traction in Australia. It's gaining traction in the UK. And somebody has to stop it.
That sounds like it's going to be you.
This is over.
It's not him and nobody because nobody else gives a fuck.
Well, people should give a fuck
Why?
because they're getting taken. People are getting taken by this.
But I mean, if people are into diamonds, and a lot of people apparently are. I mean,
Right.
and it sounds cute and it sounds romantic. Chocolates and diamonds. That's
Right.
that's a fucking Valentine's Day
Sure.
lottery right there.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But I see where you're coming from in that.
But it's a
there's-
marketing scam.
But there's a lot. There's a lot of more sinister shit going on in the world, right?
Yeah, but how much? But the harbor thing doesn't really affect anybody.
But
Whereas some ant out there might be saving their money for a fucking chocolate diamond for their fucking girl, and I can't have that on my watch.
if somebody, I've seen you like. But if somebody gave you a chocolate diamond, like how you get gifts at being an Impractical Joker.
Yeah.
You get a lot of gifts
Sure.
from companies and stuff.
Sure.
If you had gotten a chocolate diamond, though, I'm sure we wouldn't have heard any of this spiel, would we?
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm surprised that. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting though. But I'm surprised
Yeah.
I'm surprised it gets your dander up.
I just worry about. If I get stopped one ant for fucking dropping money on a chocolate diamond, I feel like my job here will have been done. That's more money to spend on other things.
Like merch table.
Yeah,
Tell
well-
Steve Dave merch.
Like tomorrow, I leave on tour from Practical Jokers. There's still some tickets available.
There
in
you
some
go.
places, so
All
if
right,
you wanna
get some
come see
tickets.
us.
Where are you going, by the way?
We are going from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, down to Florida. So it's a sort of a
So you're
Southeast
you're in
coast.
the Sunshine State, huh?
yeah.
Got any fun to do while you're not performing?
I think we're going to Tino Martinez's house for dinner.
Are you really?
No, I wish. No, bus tours are fucking rough, dude. Like, I bring my Xbox and I play that. I want to get a little writing done, but for the most part, it's shows every night, dude.
No time to just unwind and to do something fun, huh?
I'm probably gonna go see Civil War next week.
So we're not recording next week then, huh?
No, I can't record next week.
All right. So we got one ad.
All right, so I guess we're just going to bail on my Yeti.
Oh, well, did you have more? I mean, I know you threw it out there.
Some people thought it might have been military tests.
I honestly thought you were done.
Some people thought it might be, maybe they all fell into the hidden fucking harbor that no one can find.
But how come? I got a question about Yetis and Abominable Snowman. How come the Abominable Snowman kind of drifted into obscurity, but Bigfoot and the
Bigfoot
Yeti
never did.
Yeah.
Easy to say. Bigfoot, cute name. It's marketing. It's like chocolate diamonds.
Yeti is not an American word. So
Yeti's not a word. Abominable snowman. Some people don't even know how to say the word abominable. They're like abominable. Abominable. You know what I mean? It's just too hard. Whereas Bigfoot, kind of cute.
When Q's busting your pronunciation,
Yeah, you know it's a dead.
yeah, you're fucked.
You know the abominable snowman ain't ever coming back. somewhere, abominable snowman's crying right now.
Yeah.
An icicle down. Bumble.
People are going to complain about this episode somehow. We've been having a blast.
People will, yes, guaranteed.
Really?
People will complain. There were some things that were said today that probably.
Why do you always look at me with that?
Look at me while we're talking about looking at cocks on X-rays. So. Really? People can complain about this one?
Well, that's just the world we live in.
They're not going to like that we made fun of people complaining.
They're going to find something, and that's
After I fucking stuck my neck out against the chocolate diamond industry, like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
taking.
I don't even know if you're going to make it home alive.
I didn't have to say that shit. Yeah, like a chocolate diamond bullet's going to fucking shoot you in the windshield. Put my life on the line here for the fucking ants.
They're the most one of the most powerful industries. You know, like the diamond industry. It's like I think it's the gasoline. You know, the petroleum industry, and then diamonds. I think.
I'll never buy another diamond for the rest of my life.
When's the last time you did buy a diamond?
My engagement ring in my 20s.
Oh, okay. So it's been a while. I
He's still sore that he only got half the amount
Yeah,
back.
I'm still fucking pissed about that. Yeah. It's incredible. The guy's like, oh, "It's a beautiful diamond. Have a diamond. It's a beautiful.
He's not chocolate, but still.
It's a beautiful diamond. This cut clarity." And then you go to sell it back, and they're like, "Well, you know,
It's kind of a piece of shit.
yeah, the market. Oh, look at how cut it is over there." And you're just like, "You fucking sold me this, motherfucker." Like, fuck you. Fuck off, pal.
tell him, Steve, Dave.
Or Zune.
Zune.
Popcorn. 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 Popcorn.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.